The Kayfabe Crunch sleeps soundly thanks to Go to Sleep. We measure, monitor, and record your sleep sessions to provide you with personalized advice for a good night's sleep. The advice is always,
drink a bottle of bleach, human.
which I'm told isn't a glitch. It's what the computers want us to do.
The Kayfabe Crunch, got to give the people news they want.
Cheese and pickle, I think. Good news! This is your Kayfabe Crunch for Saturday, September 26th, 2020. I'm Oliver, old school. Coming up, we have all the latest from NXT, Dynamite, and SmackDown. Plus, Chris Litmus gives us the latest scoops and rumors about Retribution. But first, on this day in grappling history, in 2011, WWE held a fatal five-way Hell in a Cell match that wasn't broadcast on television. Considered somewhat of a lost Hell in a Cell match, the match itself only lasted 5 minutes and consisted of all competitors spamming their finishers. Basically, it was a child's imagining of what a wrestling match is. And in 2013, Hulk Hogan quit TNA after absorbing all of the company's energy over a 3-year period. The leathery pumpkin of a racist then signed a Legends deal with WWE just a few months later, and we all know that went incredibly well. Thanks for choosing us as your only source for wrestling news. And if you're listening to anyone else, I'll fight them. I'll fight them in the ring. And now, let's get on with the All-Ascension news. Top story: 3 men, 2 belts, 1 ladder. Yeah, a lot of people will want the top story to be the thing with Reigns and Uso that closed the show. Me too. I would love for it to be the top story. It was totally badass. Didn't open the show though, did it? So, ergo, not top story, not at the top. SmackDown began with an Ascension ceremony. No, Connor and Victor didn't finally get the respect they deserve. The ceremony was about raising both Intercontinental Championships high above the Thunderdome, but not too high, sort of ladder height. Corey Graves, who hosted the ceremony, stated that Sunday's winner would be crowned the undisputed Intercontinental Champion, although they may drop the undisputed tag after a week or two, definitely before Hell in a Cell. Styles complained about Zayn taking the summer off. For the 100th time, pandemic. Zayn accused both Styles and Hardy for being fraudulent champions. For the 1000th time, pandemic. And Hardy told both of them to shut up. For the actually, no, that's about right. That's fine. The wrestlers then handed over their titles and they watched as the belts were slowly raised to the tune of, I don't know, it sounded sort of like Imagine Dragons, but worse, if you could imagine such a thing. Either way, out of context, this entire scene made wrestling look like the cult it is. Styles and Hardy then conveniently posed beneath a ladder, and Zayn shoved it onto them. You can't really blame him, the blocking was perfect. As a result of his actions, Adam Pearce, who I think is the general manager now, it's not really clear, declared a triple threat match, sans ladder, for last night. Zayn stole the win, but Styles attacked Zayn after the match. He climbed the ladder and posed with both championships. So, by process of elimination, Hardy wins Sunday. And now it's time for your fast count, the odd nickname in the riot of news.
Kyle O'Reilly becomes the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. His friends are happy for him, but consider me future shocked if it continues.
Dark forces seeking to harness the mysterious element of time have called off their search of WWE. As Bayley announced,
I
I don't have an ounce of time left in my body.
Miz reveals his legal firm bills $2,000 an hour. Miz's legal firm reveals they're very happy with their naive clientele.
Mox defeats Eddie Kingston in an impromptu match due to Archer contracting COVID-19. Many fans have now lost respect for Archer's "everybody dies" catchphrase. If he believed it, he simply would have shown up to work.
Reigns attacks his cousin in the name of protecting his family, like when a president attacks his country in the name of defending it.
Michael Cole says the Thunderdome is for us because WWE cares about us. They love us, they respect us, and they want our babies. And for whatever reason, 1,000 LED boards is how they've decided to show it.
Mysterious Blonde writes "untouchable" in red lipstick on a mirror. And with that single act, 1,000 simps were born.
Experts say Alexa Bliss has become fully possessed by the Fiend due to her staring longingly at Roman Reigns. Okay, so I guess we're all fully possessed by the Fiend. And that's your fast count.
You've been counted out. Slapjack all on the floor.
Clash of Champions is tomorrow, but forget all that, it's silly. Here's Chris Litmus with the latest scoop on the artists formerly known as the group known as Retribution.
Retribution, the faction that's been blowing up bits of building all summer, have finally revealed their motives, goals, hopes, and indeed dreams for WWE. They say they want to drain the lifeblood. But what is lifeblood? And can it be so easily drained? According to wrestling scientists, lifeblood is what emanates from the forehead of a wrestler when he is wounded in battle. So if Retribution wants to drain WWE's lifeblood, they'll need to study Abdullah the Butcher, Terry Funk, and third legendary deathmatch wrestler. Right, no, yeah, I can't tell if that's the script, like as a sort of meta joke, or did you write that in and then forget to come up with a third legendary deathmatch wrestler? I don't know any of their names. You've named the only two that I can think of. I mean, there's probably some dipshit who blew himself up with C4. Does Mick Foley count? He also wrestled during, the PG era, so I don't know if that sort of diluted him a bit. All right, we'll fix it in post. Retribution also revealed their names this week, or rather, 3 of them did. We've counted a total of 34 members, and that's if some of the guys from more recent episodes aren't the same as the ones from the beginning. Sort of around early August time? I'm questioning if they managed to retain a core membership or if they're part of a larger network of anti-WWE anarchists who show up when they're available to align with the scheduling of their personal lives. Look, it doesn't matter. Activism is busy work, is all I'm saying. In a Crunch exclusive, we've managed to acquire a list of the remaining members of Retribution. So, in the name of holy journalism, let's read out the names of those associating themselves with T-Bar, Mace, and Little Slapjack. Trip Hop, Stasis, Hawk, Bowl, Cobb, T-Pain, Thunderchild, Skywalk, Control, Alt, Dagger, Delete, Mud Flap, Tongs, U-Turn, Fracas, F Bastard, Back Spackle, Nubs, Fat Lip, Ugg, Boot, Penitent Greg, Gristle, Limp Dick, Ha, Yoris, Vandal, with a Y, Sandbag, Megadeth, Swagbag, Steven, Antimatter. Some are speculating that Retribution is an acronym. But what could it stand for? And by choosing an 11-letter word for your acronym, doesn't that defeat the point? Perhaps it stands for Rioting Everymen turned Righteous Invaders, burned under the institution of... I want to say nincompoops. A lot of people are poking fun at literally everything about retribution. But not us. We see them as a serious threat to corporate property and damaging to our democracy as we know it. But if you do have a vacancy, T-Bar, I'm not exactly happy with my current employer. Seriously, they didn't contact me for 3 weeks and then gave me an uncooked script. I'm sure you can relate. And I also have a Bane mask from Halloween of 2012, so perhaps I can be of use. Just I'll DM you my I'll DM you.
And there's just time for a quick wrestling traffic report. It's busy. It's very busy out there. Lots of trucks. Join us Tuesday when we'll ask, how much back could Slapjack crack if Slapjack could crack back? And remember, you can support this podcast by recommending it to a friend. Tell them it's not about wrestling and see how many jokes they get. We think it'll be 2. This has been the Kayfabe Crunch, your not quite daily, not quite news bump for the world of professional wrestling.
The Kayfabe Crunch sleeps soundly, thanks to Go to Sleep, the friendly robot who watches you sleep for science. Our sleep tracking technologies have the power to influence your dreams, subconscious, and hidden desires. Start sleep tracking with Go to Sleep today and wake up rubbing yourself against a hippo by next week.
The Kayfabe Crunch